WIFO-FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, and First Southern Bank.
Hi, Wayne and surrounding counties. This is Sean O'Quinn with O'Quinn & Associates. The one constant in life is change. Throughout our lives, we will go down roads that we never imagined. I have decided that it is time for me to make a change. I have decided to start my own independent insurance agency. What does this mean for you? Better rates and multiple companies. Give us a call at our new number, 912-385-1000, or stop by and see us. We are still at 212 South First Street, and we look forward to serving you.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings in Wayne County is a popular thing to dine in or take out for one delicious meal, and with the low great prices, it's simply a steal. Famous for the variety of sauces, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. When it's time to eat lunch or dinner, Damon's Restaurant the place to go. Located in the middle of town on West Cherry Street, yes, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings simply can't be beat. So next time you're hungry and looking for a great meal, head to Damon's Restaurant and enjoy a great deal. The number to call is easy, 588-WING, 588-9464, the real thing. Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings. Those chicken wings are a very popular thing.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. Good morning, Bob. How's it going?
It's going.
It's going. All right, we got a couple of guests in this morning. First of all, let's introduce our first guest this morning.
We're going to talk about the summer feeding program. Again, school's out, but the summer feeding program continues each Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's a federal program. It's a much-needed program, and the person in charge of that is Randy Trapnell, our person who's been in charge of the food nutrition in Wayne County for many, many years. So Randy's here to tell us about the program and what all's taking place each Tuesday and Thursday. Appreciate you coming in.
We appreciate you having us.
Well,
and
good morning.
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 And thank you for advertising for us and letting folks know.
Okay.
We it's picking up every day.
Every day?
Yes.
All right, good.
I've got Samantha Thornton in here with me. She's the mastermind behind getting all the plans
You're
together.
the mastermind, Samantha?
I don't know.
She
you don't know about that?
She is. But we were just talking on the way here. We've been doing this over 25 years.
25 now.
For the students in Wayne County. Yes.
Jeez.
And it's a well-organized event because there's a lot of food that has to be provided, especially on Thursday, because they give them Thursday to get them back the next Tuesday, because it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. First of all, just go over the sites that people know.
So currently we have 4 sites, 4 schools. We have Odom Elementary, Martha Ross Smith Elementary, Jessup Elementary, and Wayne County High School.
Okay.
And it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10:30 to 11:30. And it's curbside pickup, so all you do is pull up to the side and say, you know, I have 2 kids, and we'll give you 2 kits.
And
okay.
Still doing the site inscribing as well?
We do, and it's not an official site, but we deliver meals there.
Okay.
We have volunteers that really will pick up all over the county and take to back to their neighborhood for kids that can't get to school.
The community center on Florida Street is where they're picking that up.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. It's that new community center.
Because it is. We try to be strategic in doing the sites where all people can get to it. You know, so that's why we try to spread them out.
All right.
And the time is from 8 to...
It's from 10:30 to 11:30.
10:30 to 11:30.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that a sample of some of the bags here?
This is. I dropped by the high school this morning.
With apples and
fresh peaches. We've got some
that's
potatoes, some corn, cucumbers, and some bell pepper. And then we have other stuff that goes along with this. This is I just wanted to show y'all a sample of kind of what they're picking up.
Locally grown.
And a lot of it's locally grown right here in Jessup. So
wow.
It's like a win-win. We're helping the community, helping the farmer.
This is all federally funded money, right?
All federally funded, yes. All USDA. And so really it all depends on what USDA puts out. So they're changing it with COVID. I mean, it's kind of changed.
What do you mean it changes? What?
Their rules and regulations change about monthly, wouldn't you say?
What's the difference?
All kind of different things. It's like where you have to do whole grain, where you'd have to do a certain type of milk.
Oh, okay.
How many meals you can provide, how they pick it up.
And this
it's a lot.
And this is for kids age 0 to
18.
0 to 18. Special needs people.
Correct.
0 to 18.
That's correct.
So if you have kids that age, you can get these meals.
Right.
Or special needs people.
That is correct.
Okay. So let's say that a person pulls up there and they say, I got a couple of kids. What normally do y'all give them?
So they tell us how many. So they'll come by. Like we usually have somebody up at the very front that'll say, I need 2.
Right.
So they come up, they roll down, to the next stop and pick up 2 meals. We'll put them in the back of their car, in their trunk.
And the meals include like what, for example? Go ahead.
So each day, on Tuesday, they'll get a plate with a hot meal in it. And then they'll have a kit with like 2 cold breakfasts and a cold lunch for the next day. So that will be like 2 days worth of meals. Then on Thursday, same thing. They'll get 1 plate that's a hot meal that they'll have for that day. And then they have the cold kit that's got the multiple lunches or breakfast for the other days.
Okay. All right.
We thought it was important to do a hot meal so that kids can get that. And we're all jumping on top of this. So we've got summer school going on as well at every school site. So we're doing breakfast and lunch at every school, Tuesday through Thursday, and on Monday at Martha Rawls. But it is.
It's a production.
Everybody's like, "Oh, you're out of school, aren't you happy?" We're like, "Oh, we just getting kicked up."
Now, do y'all see this as a much needed program?
Absolutely, absolutely. And like anything, you have people that probably don't need it as much, but you're there for the people that need it.
Okay.
And it helps a lot of families because parents are struggling to,
right.
especially with food costs. I mean, if you went to the grocery store and bought this right here, it would be very expensive.
If you ever go to one of these sites, you see it's a much needed program because the lines are just unbelievable. I mean, like I said, these people are needing this food,
and it's a win-win for us because we're helping the local farmer, our employees. So this is extra pay, so it's an option to work during the summer. So if they work, that's extra pay on top of what they normally make, and you're feeding kids.
So this program is done nationwide for school systems if you want to participate? Or
if
do you
want to participate.
If you want to, okay.
And your system has to be area eligible, which means that at least 50% or more in your district have to qualify for free and reduced.
Okay, which ours does.
And ours does as a whole. So,
well, you drive around town, you see all the help wanted signs everywhere. So are you able to have as much help you need?
We have really been we've been fortunate this year. We've had a great turnout.
That's good.
And it allows people to take vacation or come. I mean, but we've done very well.
And you've got those volunteers you were talking about.
Absolutely. Tell them about that, Samantha, the high school especially.
Well, so at the high school, we've done this for a few years. They have what they call the Jacket Jive program where they the students come in and will help in the high school in the lunchroom just during the regular year. Well, they also work during the summer and help them bag up these bags of produce and hand out the meals.
That's great.
Yeah. It is great.
It helps get them prepared for the workforce also.
Okay.
That's great. Well, like I said, we've been promoted, but we just wanted you to come in because y'all know more details than we do. But just a very important program. Runs all through the summer. Is there a dead period like the July 4th?
This year, actually, usually we do take off because it falls, but this year, the way it falls, we won't have any. Every Tuesday and Thursday through the end of July, we'll be there.
It goes all to July 31st, is that correct? Right. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Once again, give the sites.
So the 4 sites are Wayne County High School, Martha Rawls Smith Elementary, Jessup Elementary, and Odom Elementary.
Okay.
And thank y'all so much for helping us get the word out.
Well, glad to help out every single year, and good to have y'all on this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Take care. All right. We've got Donnie Ray in the green room to talk about the new hurricane preparedness plan for Wayne County. He'll be on the air in just a moment to talk about it.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast. A chance of showers and thunderstorms early. Later, mostly cloudy, gusty west winds, highs upper 80s. Then tonight, partly cloudy. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening, clearing late mid-60s. Friday, mostly sunny. Slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, low 90s. Saturday, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Georgia Chief Meteorologist John Weatherby in the Georgia 811 Weather Center. Contact 811 before you dig.
Take a step forward in the right direction with a new career. Contact us here at Jessup Broadcasting about our current openings for account executives, full-time or part-time. You will be trained to offer local businesses effective radio and digital advertising and marketing solutions. You will earn salary plus commission. Call or text to set up an interview at 912-427-3711. 912-427-3711. Call weekdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and ask for Mr. Hubbard. Text us anytime. You can also send resumes to cwhubbard at bellsouth.net. cwhubbard at bellsouth.net. Begin a new and rewarding career with WIFO and WLOP Radio. Jessup Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer. We look forward to hearing from you. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. We continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob Show for this 9th day of June. Bob, who do we have now?
Now we've got the EMA Director, Donnie Reagan, to talk about hurricane preparedness. Again, he presented the program to the county commissioners this past Monday night at the county commissioner meeting, so thought we'd get him in here to just give us all the details of what all Wayne County needs to know about the hurricane preparedness. The hurricane season began June 1st. Is that correct, Donnie?
Right. June 1st to November the 30th.
Goes all the way to November 30th. Okay, so it's a long stretch period of time. You've got to be aware of those tropical storms that form out there. And like I said, we dodged a lot of bullets, but the last couple, we've had some run-ins with some hurricanes. So tell us what people need to know, what all should they have on hand in case a hurricane does come to this area.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to answer a question that y'all had for me last time. Mr. Butch asked me about how they got their names, the storms.
Oh, you are?
I did a little bit of research on it.
Huh?
I did.
All right.
First of all, to get named, you have to have a tropical storm with a circular rotation pattern and 39 miles per hour plus to get a name.
Okay.
And then to get a name, it is chosen by the World Meteorological Organizational Hurricane Committee. Comes up
it's
with
a committee
names.
that does
It's
this.
a committee comes up with names. Now, they use the same names over and over, and some said they got 6 years in advance already made up. I read a few things, but I thought it was pretty interesting. The men's name was added in the late 1970s when they added men's names to it.
Okay.
And also, they do not use Q, U, X, Y, or Z to make it simple.
All right.
And also, if it's a bad storm, they will retire the name, which they have retired. And I know in the past they did Katrina and also Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah.
But their names are made by a committee.
All right. So the committee sits around and says, well, let's try this one. All right.
Yes. But they will reuse names over and over and over.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
So we got it. All right. Now, to the hurricane plan. This is a plan that was actually done in 2006. It was before my time, but we update it every 2 or 3 years, and we just did an update on it. One of the big things I tell everybody is Wayne County is an evacuating county if it comes to a state of emergency, because we're listed along with the coastal counties. There's 12 of us counties that's listed as coastal counties. So let's say the governor makes a state of emergency and says, hey, we're in a state of emergency. There's a hurricane warning, hurricane watch. We have to evacuate, or that decision between the county commissioners, city commissioners, and the mayors and all get together, and they'll make a decision where to evacuate. By me saying that, even if we do not evacuate, we're so close to the coastal areas, Red Cross will not come set up shelters in Wayne County. That confuses a lot of people because they'll call saying we need a shelter in Wayne County during a hurricane. Well, that's one thing in this plan that we're working on is we'd have to, we cannot set up shelters here because we got Glenn coming through, Canham coming through, and we're so close to the coastal areas, Red Cross will not set up shelters.
Okay. One more county in, would they?
One more county in, they will.
All right.
But the 12 counties that they call coastal counties Red Cross will not come set up shelters. That confuses a lot of people. They'll call me, won't know where the shelters are set up, and I have to tell them you have to go to a different county because we're not able to because we're in a state of emergency. But one thing this plan does, it's here to mitigate the plans and preparedness of a storm, protect and save lives. It coordinates response activities of local officials, provides orderly evacuations or threatening areas if we have to, and it coordinates activities with coastal counties. And what that means is a lot of this plan is when Glenn County evacuates or their people start leaving, doing a voluntary evacuation, it backs up our traffic, and we have to really monitor it real close. So even though we might not be in the stage they're in, we have to coordinate with them on what they're doing. So this plan basically breaks down how we provide help to our mutual counties and all, and also our local people.
Okay.
It has several. Another thing is, I'm not saying read all the op plans to you because we got a lot of op plans. We're in right now we're in what they call the op plan 5. We're in a monitoring stage. That's the whole hurricane system. This goes all the way up to a OpCon 1, which is coming back in after the storm. We have to plan ahead for people coming back in. And one thing I tell everybody with these the hurricane plan is the National Hurricane Center tells us an accurate, y'all have seen it coming through from 48 to 72 hours is the best time to tell exactly where the strike zone is going to be or where it's going to affect.
Right.
But we have to let the state know within 72 hours before landfall what our plans are for Wayne County. So we have to report to them before we even get an accurate thing that's going on for what our county needs to do. And just to touch on a few things, Wayne County, they claim for us to evacuate, it'll take 24 hours to get everybody out of Wayne County if we have to, which we're hoping we don't have to, because during Matthew we just did a voluntary evacuation, and the traffic was pretty hectic during then. But this plan covers all the opcons and a reentry. People think they can just come back to their homes after the hurricane. We have to have a plan with it with the state, and we'll be working hard on that in the next 3 or 4 weeks to get the companies and all that has to have people come back in, like Rainier Wolf with their chemical people and all. They have to actually apply for a reentry pass to get back in.
We haven't had to do that, but we saw that with Glenn County. I know the last hurricane that came, one of the last hurricanes that came through, the second one that came through a few years back. My youngest son who lives in Brunswick, they had to evacuate, and he couldn't get back to Glenn County there for a couple of days. The people who actually stayed there were able to get and move around Glenn County and do all that kind of stuff. But he couldn't get back in until they opened up. And they knew every back road around there because there's so many people tried back roads to get into Glenn County who had to leave. But you can't go back in until the officials say, hey, you can come back in.
That was Hurricane Irma. And that put some stress on us because people was trying to get back, and they would drive all the way to the Glenn County line and then find out there they had to turn around and come back. When they come back, our hotels was all full. Mm-hmm. And also that's actually when Red Cross did come in and set up a few shelters to help them out that was going back. That's kind of what I was talking about with the Red Cross shelters. Right. They will set them up, but not during the time of a hurricane.
Before or during, but afterwards if needed, like
Correct.
That one. Okay,
correct. And you said that we actually had one guy try to go down the railroad tracks, put his car on the railroad tracks, and started to drive the railroad tracks to go back. Yes, sir. We actually had to take a Hummer down there and pull him back.
He really wanted to get back home in Glenn County, didn't he? Yeah.
But everybody was seeing on the, it was pretty weather.
Gorgeous weather, people riding around, shopping and going here to work and so forth. And you got all these Glenn County people who left like they were told to.
Yes.
And couldn't get back in. All the ones who said we're going to hunker down, not leave, they were doing normal stuff there in Glenn County.
And that's putting on social media, and people were seeing it, so they was thinking they could go back.
Right.
And they'd go to the Glenn County line and get turned around. And I can understand it had a lot to do with their water system and their sewer system.
Right. It did.
Is the reason they could not let them back.
Right.
A couple more things just to hit on. We're going to have an open house now, and I'll announce the dates here shortly in the next little bit when we're going to do it. We're looking at June the 30th.
Open house where?
At the EOC room, the Emergency Operations Center, where we actually work from. Mm-hmm. To let the people kind of know where we get our information from.
Right.
First of all, HurryVac, we get it off it. That's a tool just for EMAs. We get a lot of information from it. We are in constant contact with the Jacksonville Weather Service and also the National Hurricane Center. They call us constantly when a storm out there brewing. They'll call us. Every 2 to 3 hours, we have a conference call with all the MA directors to discuss what's going on. But we also got a thing called WebEOC. And WebEOC is where all the state, like DOT, the hospitals, state and all, we got a thing where we can request, and we can also look at, say, Glenn County starts having some issues, they'll start posting them on there. We can actually read live what's going on at their community. And we don't just use that during hurricane. We use that during the storms. We use this during the COVID. That's how we requested, like the hospital needed some supplies and all, and we requested on WebEOC. And let's say it's not just the state seeing it, but like during Irma, the last one, Brantley County had to shut down a bunch of their roads, and they was needing barricades and trucks to help. Well, we're to their surrounding counties, and we work good together, so we went over there and helped them with some barricades and all, setting up barricades for their dirt roads.
Good.
So one of the big things I tell everybody with EMA, my job is 90% of communication and getting to know people, because I can always reach out to the county next to us, and they'll send help, or we can help them. So that has a lot to do with EMA. It's getting to know people and getting the help. Change subject a little bit from the hurricanes. Just yesterday, I was in McIntosh meeting with them on active shooters at schools. We're doing a lot of training with them. EMA, actually, GEMA falls under Homeland Security now, which falls under school safety. So we've been doing a lot of school safety with surrounding counties. So it's a good group of guys we work with. Like I said, there are 12 counties in our group, and we work very good together, back and forth.
So it's making plans. So if there's a situation happened here in this area that like happened in Texas, there's no thinking in terms of what do we do now. You've got plans placed in plans set, and also I know that y'all run drills on these too.
Yes, sir. Yes, Wayne County's been doing drills for a while, and also the training on it. And like I said, since then we've had there are 3 counties contact me in the last 2 weeks wanting us to come show them kind of how Wayne County does our Homeland Security and school safety and all. So, so we got along with hurricane. We're dealing with the school safety.
With their EMA.
It has really, the last 2 weeks, everybody's been calling about the active shooter since all that happened in Texas and the way it was handled.
What were some of the discussions at this get-together in McIntosh County on the active shooters for school?
They wanted to do one, and we did one a couple years ago, and they wanted me to sit down and tell them how we done it and how we handled it and who all we brought in to play and the role players and how we handled it. Everybody really liked the way we done it, and the words have gotten around, so a lot of them's wanting to kind of follow in our footsteps.
Okay, all right.
So we also, talking about that with EMA, I know we come to talk about hurricanes to tell you a little bit. We also do
talk about all of it. We got the time, Donnie.
We do school safety. We do like bus accidents. We have to respond to all the bus accidents, but also bomb threats, gas leaks, big trucks, hazardous material. I just took a class last month on from Flexi on physical assessment. We can come around to your business or your school and walk around and tell you what you need to look for to improve your safety of your business or your actual school or anything.
Wow.
Now, GEMA comes down once a year, and we go around with them. We do all the school assessments, and we turn in a recommendation, what we recommend to the schools to help them out in the future. But we do that once a year, but now we started doing businesses and all. We took a class the other day on it, how to do it.
So if a business wanted y'all to come in, y'all can come in and say, this is what you need to improve your safety here at your business, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, there was myself and 2 from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office took that class. And since then, now they're going to come and offer it in Wayne County so we can get more of our officers involved in it.
Good. All right.
So, but anything like train wrecks, planes, anything like that falls under EMA, so we have to respond to all of them. So we stay busy year-round other than just hurricanes.
Yeah,
but
hurricanes
is our priority, but we do a lot other than that.
Got to do a lot of planning and preparation,
yes.
So you're ready to go when these emergencies happen.
Yes, and a lot of paperwork after the storm.
Oh,
but
yeah,
also,
we know that, don't we?
A lot of,
especially when you're trying to get money from the feds.
That's right. And they worked real good with us. They sent someone down to actually be in our emergency operations center after the fact and walk us through all that.
Good.
That's first. Matthew was the first one that we had to do a big claim in a long time, and it was 14, 16-hour days putting in paperwork because we had to keep up with every employee where they're at. So, and let me tell you, the Wayne County does a wonderful job. We, our sheriff's office, our police department, fire, I don't want to leave anybody out, road department. When a storm hits, we, up until I think the last storm, the only one that we come off of the road for a little while, but the whole time everyone was cutting trees out of the road and pulling them out the road so, people can get down it because that's the main thing. People want to get out and ride after a storm, so we have to get them cleaned up as quick as we can. But we work real good together. During the storm, the majority of the ones I just named has a representative in my office. So during the storm, there's probably 40 to 45 people in our little EOC, Emergency Operations Center, and we talk hands-on, back-to-back while we're there, and they got radios to reach their guys. So Wayne County is. I hear all these other horror stories from other counties that we work real good together.
Well, it's good that y'all work together from the government official standpoint, but also we found out in those last 2 hurricanes, as soon as the clouds and the rain and all that had gone, you had volunteers out there with chainsaws and trucks and trailers and stuff like that, cleaning stuff up, just volunteers.
Yes. I'll never forget with Matthew. I walked outside. Somebody told me somebody's outside to see me, and it just happened. So I ran outside just for a second to see who it was, and it was a group of like 30 guys. Says, tell us where we need to go.
Right.
And, with us being government, we can't go on your private property and help you, but these guys could.
Okay.
So they was going on private property, helping the elderly people and all that, get the roofs patched and the trees cut out of their driveway. So, yeah, volunteer help is huge.
Good volunteers here in Wayne County.
Yes, and we're working on a volunteer group here. If anyone's interested, want to contact me about it, the state will work with them in helping them. Like, let's say we do have a bad disaster and they bring all the food in. These will be your volunteers that help distribute the food and supplies and all. So if anybody's interested in helping, they're more than welcome to get in touch with me.
Okay. That's Donnie Ray at EMA here in Wayne County.
Yes, sir. Couple other things about get back to hurricane plan. The evacuation routes are the same as they always are, but you need to be prepared in where you're going. Go ahead and call if it's a friend. I know I've got family in Macon now, so Baxter's in Macon, so if I have to go, we can go, or my family can go to Macon. Make plans of where you want to go and plan ahead and make sure they know you're coming. With gas prices the way they are right now, I know it's going to be struggling on some people to have to leave, but if we have to, just make plans of where you're going.
And we have found out here in southeast Georgia, I'm not sure about where the rest of the country along the Gulf and the East Coast, but we seem to have most of our hurricanes later in the season, September, October.
They're actually predicting that again this year, which they've already missed that because they said we wouldn't probably have a named one until July, but we've already had Alec, but he stayed off. But, yeah, they're predicting the majority of ours after September. They say it's kind of like the 2004 season. It'll be late season.
Okay.
But, yeah, the last two I think September was one and October was the other one, the last two that we've had.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Donnie?
We good.
Bob, questions, comments for our guest this morning?
Just appreciate him coming in.
Well, Donnie, so thank you so much. And we also want to thank you for keeping us updated, you and Sharon, on a regular basis when something's happening, no matter what it may be. And y'all involved, y'all are constantly sending us updates.
Yes, sir. It's all about working together.
Yeah. All right, Donnie, have a good day, and thanks for coming in.
Thank
okay?
you.
All right. Bob, anything else? All right. Well, that's it. That's the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO for this Thursday morning, the 9th day of June. And it's brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, by Murphy Builder Supply, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, and by First Southern Bank.